Good morning, students. Today I am going to discuss our third session of your Science Olympiad examination. Today's topic is heat. I hope already you have studied this heat chapter in your class. So, what is the definition of heat? Actually, this heat is one of the most important physical parameter in our environment. Okay. So, let's start the discussion. The first question is, read the given experiment and answer the following questions. Thumbtacks are stuck to a metal rod with wax and a lighted candle is kept below the rod as shown in the diagram here. So this is one diagram. Here one diagram has drawn. According to this diagram, the first question is, which one of the thumbtack will fall off the metal rod first? So which one is the correct answer? Option A is the correct answer. So P, actually first thumbtack will fall off the metal rod first. Next is the, what does this experiment illustrate? So first option is wax melts easily. Second option, the candle flame conducts heat. The third option, the thumbtacks expand when heated. And the fourth option, heat gets transferred from hot part of a body to cold part if the body is conductor of heat. So which one is the correct answer? The correct answer is option D. Okay, heat gets transferred from hot part of a body to cold part if the body is conductor of heat. Next question, which canned drink will remain cold the longest? P for bubble pack, Q for cotton wool, R for aluminium foil. Okay, so which is the correct answer? Option A is the correct answer. That bubble pack is a poor conductor of heat than cotton wool and aluminium foil because the air trapped inside it acts as an insulating layer and does not allow heat to flow in. Okay, so that's why this canned drink will remain cold the longest. Okay, next is the question number 4. 4 boxes made of different materials are left in the sun for half an hour. Which one of the boxes will be the hottest after half an hour? So first box is iron, second wood, third glass, fourth plastic. Okay, so answer is iron. Answer is iron. So iron boxes will be the hottest after half an hour. Question number 5. A pot full of water is put to boil on the stove. Which one of the graphs correctly shows the correct change in temperature over time? So which is the correct answer? Option A is the correct answer. Why? Because once the water starts boiling, that time the temperature does not change and remains at 100 degrees centigrade during the time the water boils. So I hope all of you know this thing, that the boiling temperature of water is 100 degrees centigrade and the for freezing temperature is 0 degree centigrade. Okay. Next, bimetallic strip made up of two different metals joined together works on the principle of, the first is the unequal expansion of solids, option B unequal contraction of solids, option C equal expansion of solids, option D both A and B. Okay, so option D is the correct answer. The principle involved in bimetallic strip is unequal expansion or contraction of different metals on heating or cooling. Okay. So each and every metal has their own contraction and expansion time. Okay. Next is the question number 7. Arrange the following steps in a sequential order to explain the formation of convectional currents through ventilation. So option P is hot air passes out through the ventilators and creates low pressure region in the rooms. Option Q, the rooms are provided with ventilators at the top. Option R, hot air in the room is less denser than it raises up. Option S, the cold air enters into the room through windows from high pressure to low pressure region. Okay, so which is the correct answer? The first is the Q, the rooms are provided with ventilators at the top, then hot air in the room is less denser and it raises up. Next, hot air passes out through the ventilators and creates low pressure region in the rooms, and the last one is the cold air enters into the room through windows from high pressure to low pressure region. Next, question number 8. A faulty thermometer reads freezing point and boiling of a liquid as -5 degrees centigrade and 95 degrees centigrade respectively on Celsius scale. So I am repeating again, just understand the question properly. A faulty thermometer reads freezing point is -5 degrees centigrade and boiling point is 95 degrees centigrade at Celsius scale. Okay, because two types of scales are there, two types of scales are available, the Celsius scale and the Fahrenheit scale. What is the correct value of temperature when it reads 60 degrees centigrade on faulty thermometer? So option B. Sorry. Option B, that's 65 degrees centigrade. That's 65 degrees centigrade. Okay. Okay. Question number 9. Read the given statement and select the correct option. Okay. Both statement 1, the snow is better heat insulator than ice. Statement 2, snow contains large number of air pockets which prevent the heat flow. To prevent the heat flow through it by convection process. Okay, so which is the correct answer? Option A is the correct answer. Option A is the correct answer, not option B. Okay, both statement 1 and 2 are true and statement 2 is the correct explanation of statement 1. Both statement 1 and 2 are true and statement 2 is the correct explanation of statement 1. Why? Because when atmospheric temperature actually falls down below 0 degree centigrade, so that time what happened? The water vapor present in the atmosphere freeze directly in the form of minute particle of ice. So these particles combine together form a cotton like shape called the snow. Okay, so what is the basic definition of snow? So when the minute particles of ice actually combine together form a cotton like shape called the snow. This snow contains large number of air pockets which prevent the heat flow through it by convection process. So ice is a solid form of water, does not enclose any pockets of air. Hence snow acts a good heat insulator than ice. Okay. Next question number 10. A thermoflask is a household item that is used to keep things warm or cold for a long time. I think all of you know what is the basic meaning of thermoflask. I think all of you have seen the thermoflask for keeping the water hot. What is the use of silvered valve in the thermoflask? So first option is to reduce the flow of heat by conduction. Second option is to increase the temperature by convection. Option C, to reflect the heat back to reduce radiation. Option D, to prevent the glass vessel from breaking. So which is the correct answer? Option C is the correct answer, that to reflect the heat back to reduce the radiation. Okay, I am repeating again, to reflect the heat back to reduce the radiation. Next, question number 11, that which of the following statements are correct? The first is the two thin woolen sweaters are warmer than a thick woolen sweater. Second, it saves fuel if we cook food in a vessel which is blacked at the bottom and polished from the sides. Next, the cable wires between two poles are left loose so that in summers the wires may not break on expanding. Okay, so which is the correct answer? Option C is the correct answer, only 3. Okay, that cable wires break on contracting in winters. Next, question number 12. A saucepan is usually made up of two different materials, P and Q. Identify this P and Q. So P for steel, Q for aluminium. Next, P for ebonite, Q for plastic. Next, P for steel, Q for ebonite, and last one is the P for wood, Q for ebonite. So which is the correct answer? Option C is the correct answer, that P for steel, Q for ebonite, that the steel takes up heat quickly. That's why the pot portion is actually by steel. It's actually made up of by steel. It's a good conductor of heat, and ebonite does not get hot quickly, so it's an insulator. Okay. Next is the which of the following statement is incorrect? First, a thermometer is read by holding its bulb. Second, a few sharp jerks are given to clinical thermometer before using it. Next, the black fabric is preferred during winter. Last, a shopkeeper selling ice blocks usually cover them with jute sacks. So which is the correct answer? Thermometer is read by holding its bulb. Okay, so if we hold a thermometer by its bulb, then what happens? The mercury in the bulb will expand due to the body temperature, and in this way we will get to know our body temperature during the time of the fever. Okay, maximum time we use the thermometer during the time of our fever. Okay, to measure our body temperature. So when we hold a thermometer by its bulb, the mercury in the bulb will expand due to body temperature. Question number 40. Two glass test tubes are heated from two different places of the test tubes. In which test tube will all the water heat up first? Okay, so question number 14, the option A in X only, option B in Y only, option C in both X and Y at same time, and option D cannot be determined. Okay, so option A in X only. So in water, heat is transferred by the movement of molecules from hotter to colder region through convection. In X, heat is given at the one end of the test tube, so heat goes to the another end by convection current. But in Y, heat is given at the middle, so all water will not heat up uniformly. Question number 15. Two blocks of the same material are placed in contact as shown in the picture. Which one is true about the heat flow? The first option is heat flows from the bottom to the top as the smaller block has higher temperature than the bigger one. Option B, heat flows from the top to bottom as the bigger block has greater mass. Option C, Heat flows from the top to bottom as the bigger block has higher potential energy, and option D, all of this. Okay, so which one is the correct answer? Option A is the correct answer. For the two objects made of same material, heat flows from an object at higher temperature to object at the lower temperature. Okay. Question number 16. Two steel balls P and Q have same readings when measured by thermometers of Celsius readings and Fahrenheit readings respectively. Then option A, ball P has greater temperature than ball Q. Option B, ball P has lower temperature than ball Q. Option C, both the balls P and Q have same temperature. And option D, none of this. Okay. So question number 16. Option C, both the balls P and Q have same temperature. So relation between centigrade and Fahrenheit is given by that the C100 equals to F minus 32 by 9. I think all of you know this thing. Okay. Next, question number 17. A hot liquid is carefully poured into a beaker. The graph shows how its temperature changes as it cools towards from temperature. Which process is or are taking place at region X? So question number 17's answer. The first option is boiling and evaporation. Option B, condensation and only. Option C, evaporation only. And option D, solidification and evaporation. So question number 17's answer is, can you tell me which is the correct answer? Can you tell me that? 17D, solidification and evaporation. At region X, both the solidification and evaporation are taking place. Okay. Question number 18. Two holes of unequal diameters D1 and D2 are cut in a metal sheet. If the sheet is heated, then D1 will increase and D2 will decrease. Option B, D1 will decrease, D2 will increase. Option C, both D1 and D2 will increase. And option D, both D1 and D2 will decrease. Okay. So which is the correct answer? Option D is the correct answer. Both D1 and D2 will increase. Question number 19. On a sunny day, the sun's rays are falling on two identical small ice blocks at different time of a day as shown in the figure. Then what happened? Then option A, block Y takes longer time to melt compared to X. Option B, block X takes longer time to melt compared to Y. Option C, both the blocks take equal time to melt. Option D, cannot be compared. So option A, that block Y takes longer time to melt compared to X. Okay. Why? Because in the block X, the rays are actually falling directly. Okay. And this is in block Y, it's actually falling transversely. Okay. Question number 20. Observe the given figure carefully and choose the correct option for matching the column 1 and column 2. That column 1, X. Column 2, the first option is the process of transfer of heat in a liquid or a gas by the movement of liquid or gas. Column 1, Y. Column 2, the second option is the flow of heat through a substance without the movement of the substance itself. Option C, column 1, Z. Column 2, option 3, the process by which heat travels without any help of material medium. Okay. So which is the correct answer? Option A is the correct answer. For A3, for column X, A3, okay, B1 and C2. Okay. So this is the correct answer and this is the explanation. Okay. During the time of your examination, you will get these kinds of the OMR sheet. What you have to do, just pick the correct answer and darken this circle. Suppose for question number 1, option C is the correct answer. So you have to darken the circle. Okay. Suppose question number 20, option A is the correct answer. Okay. A is the correct answer. So you have to darken the circle in this way. Okay. Darken properly. Okay. So in this way you have to give your Science Olympiad examination. Okay. So in our next class we will discuss the next chapter. Till then, goodbye. Thank you.